Did you know that 70% of our workforce is unwilling to lean in and have a hard conversation with somebody on their team? That's almost 3/4 of the entire workforce is not willing to have a hard conversation with their boss, their direct report, not even their colleagues. This is staggering to me, and that's why I want to talk about it today, because as leaders, we have to set the tone. We have to let our team know we value the hard conversations. Hard conversations is where growth happens. Hard conversations is where innovation happens. Hard conversations is where we have real solid communication and we can actually make headway with our team. So as we think about hard conversations, I want you to consider how you approach them, or maybe how people approach you. And this is where we can use active listening. This is where I would love to live by the rule that vulnerability breeds vulnerability. I'm gonna say it again. Being vulnerable breeds vulnerability from other people usually. And so as we enter into hard conversations, whether you're the one prompting the conversation or you're the one having to listen to the conversation, it's okay to lean in a little bit and say, hey, I gotta be real honest with you right now. This conversation is a little scary to me. So if I appear nervous, I am. I've got a little anxiety going into this. Usually when we do that, the person that hears that is going to be respectful and honoring. If they have really high emotional intelligence, they're going to lean back to you and say, I am so sorry that you're anxious about this. I hope that I haven't done anything to make you anxious. And you know what? If there is, please tell me. And also, I'd like to know, is there anything that I can do to make you less anxious or less nervous to talk about this right now? And hopefully you get an honest answer. So now we've got some vulnerability going back and forth. We have empathy going back and forth. Empathy is a key ingredient in these hard conversations. And empathy is not the same as sympathy. If you have a moment, you can look up Brené Brown. She has a great YouTube TEDx talk on empathy. And empathy is actually climbing into where someone else is, sitting with them and feeling the same things that they feel. So if we're willing to do that in these hard conversations and not just recognize where someone is, but actually try and put ourselves in their shoes and feel what they're feeling, experience what they're experiencing, these conversations go so different. And as leaders, if we go first, it just changes everything. You start to create a culture. Yesterday, I was sitting with a group of executives, all CEOs of different companies. And one of the CEOs got really vulnerable about some of the things that were going on in his business, which were some deep cultural and organizational issues that he's trying to address. And then also about his personal life and how all those things are intertwined. And we went from having a lot of serious business talk to, you could just feel the shift where all of a sudden people were leaning in, were listening, and other people start sharing about real things going on in their business, not just trying to pump up numbers or talk about, hey, I've got a little issue here. You think you guys might be able to lean in? We got real. So I just want to encourage you, be willing to lean into the hard conversations, maybe prompt them, maybe let your team know that you value them, but also whenever people want to have those conversations with you, be empathetic. Use those active listening skills, really lean in and watch the change that can happen. If this is something that you struggle with, you're like, I hear what you're saying, I've watched the videos, I'm not really sure how to do this. This is something that at Riker Strategies we value a lot. We have lots of serious, great conversations. My wife, Ann, is spectacular at coaching people in this, and we'd love to help you if you need some help with it. Sometimes we need a third party in there to help that conversation happen. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that you tune in next time. We've got some great content coming your way. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. I'll see you next time.